Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Leslie. I thought as a former 123 kilo girl that I would go over some of the mind reframes that I had to go through to lose the weight. If you saw my previous videos, I went through a really stressful period. I went from 69 kilos, which I maintained 69, 70 kilos for a year and a half. Then I went through this stressful period. And if you know what stress does to the body, it's insane. And I was almost 80 kilos, which it is what it is. And now I'm moving forward and I'm kind of going back to how I saw food when I was on my weight loss journey, starting to feel like myself again. And that is the whole point of weight loss. It's coming back to who you are. It's living in a healthy body. It's having food that makes you feel good. So I have 3 mindset reframes, mindset changes that might actually help you as well, because they definitely helped me. One of the things that I used to do is I would have a terrible day, right? Terrible day. Or I would just be going through a really hard time. I was really depressed and it was like hard. And then I would go and I would get ice cream, takeaway, or just snacks. And I would say, this is self-care. I stopped calling eating terrible food self-care. If I'm already in a bad mood or I'm dealing with something hard, eating bad food is gonna make me feel worse. And that's not self-care. You're allowed to eat chocolate. You're allowed to go and eat food, but don't call it self-care. And that might be triggering, but it did help me a lot because I stopped turning to it when I was feeling like shit. I still did, but much less. It was really bad to the point of almost every time I had a bad day, I would go out and go get food, bad food. So when you're in a bad mood, you're just having a hard week. If you mix a shitty time with shitty food, it's like feeling twice as shitty. Why would you want to go from already feeling bad to feeling worse? And to me, I stopped calling it self-care. I'm not telling you what to do. That might be triggering because I know that it has been like normalized as self-care to like go out and go get a bad meal. And like, I'm literally not telling you to not eat what you feel like you want to eat. I'm just saying, just stop calling it self-care. If it's making you feel like shit, it's not self-care. Okay? Second thing that really helped me was creating grocery lists. Lists are great. And if you're just sporadically going out and buying food when you feel like it, going to the grocery store because you feel like something, it's much harder to stay routinely healthy, I guess. And it's much easier to fall off of your, whatever you want to call it, diet, your healthy plan. You have to create something that you will stick to. Yeah, so for me, I like to write lists. That's just who I am because I have a crazy, rapid mind. And if I can get my thoughts down on paper, I feel productive. And when I feel productive, I feel in control, I guess you could say. I go out and I have my grocery list and I know what I'm gonna go buy. And it's gonna have meals for a week. That's just what works for me. I don't work in like more than a week. So I have my meals for the week. And I have enough groceries to last that long. So then I do my grocery shopping and it's in the fridge and that's sorted. That for me really changed because, yeah, like I said, I would just sporadically go and buy food. Prepare your meals for a week ahead. Doesn't take that long. to write it down, I mean. It doesn't take that long. Go to the store, get what you need, come back home. Your bank account will thank you. Your body will probably thank you. And your mind will probably thank you because you know, I have food in the fridge. And when you don't have food in the fridge, it's a lot easier to go and get takeout, go and get snacks, go and get a random amount of like stuff to make like 1 or 2 meals, and when you could have prepared for the week. And then the last point is to be strict. I used to be like oh, it'll be fine. I'll have this today and I'll be fine. But the problem is that when I wasn't strict with my diet, with the food that I was consuming, with what I was buying, it made me all over the place. And it was so much easier when I wasn't strict on myself to fall back down. And do you know how hard it is to continuously fall back down when you're already in a terrible place? It's hard. And I used to really be like, it's fine. It's like, let yourself have this cheat meal. Let yourself, you know, and I could really easily talk myself into going out and getting something because I wasn't strict. And when I wasn't strict on myself, I was allowing myself to be overweight. And like I said, like this might be a little bit triggering, I guess, because it is straightforward. But if you do want to lose weight, you have to be honest. You have to hold yourself accountable. And honestly, you have to be strict. You have to tell yourself that that's not okay, that you can't just go and do that. When you have excuses, it's really easy to go backwards. When you make excuses for your own actions, then you're not choosing that version of yourself. And I can guarantee you that that version of yourself that you have in your mind of what you look like and how you show up in the world is going to ultimately be the most fulfilling version of yourself. So if you're not strict, right, and you do have excuses, which I have had for the last few months. I'm telling you this because it's only stuff that I've repeated to myself because I changed and I did all this and it worked. So when you are strict, right, you are choosing the most fulfilled version of yourself. When you are being strict, it's not a punishment. When you are being strict with your diet, your actions, your physical daily movement, when you're more strict on yourself and you're less go with the flow and, oh yeah, I'll just go and do this now, or I'll think about it, or I don't have to do that, or honestly, the opposite of the version of you that you want to be, I guess. I mean, I guess if you're looking at my page and if you're watching videos of how to lose weight, you have to understand that being strict is a part of it. And it's out of self-love. You're strict because you want to live this version of yourself. You're strict because you want to be happy. You want to be healthy. You know, the last video that I posted, I was cooking a meal and I was explaining how it made me physically uncomfortable in my body. And now I'm not making excuses. Now I'm just sticking with the things that I know will make me feel good. I'm sticking with the routine that I know makes me feel good. And it's just like a one day at a time thing. But being strict and being honest with yourself is how you become the version of you that you would like to be. The physical body that you would like to have. It comes with learning to be strict. It comes with discipline. It comes with not having excuses. Because every excuse you make is just like a step in the opposite direction that you're trying to go in. And I was literally just talking to my friend this morning. She wants to do the 75 hard challenge, but there's a few, she like really wants to do it. She said that she wants to start it like now, but she has these events coming up. And I was like, well, before you commit to this challenge, right, you need to understand that you have to learn to be strict. You have to commit. Otherwise you'll get to that point, and what's the point of even starting the challenge? Why are we even talking about wanting to lose weight? Why not me? This is not talking to her, by the way. This is back to the video. That was just an example. But what's the point of complaining about being overweight? What's the point of you know, constantly being like, oh yeah, I would love to have that body. Oh yeah, I would. What's the point of even talking about it if you aren't prepared to do it, commit? I don't know, it just feels like a waste of time to me. Like, it's amazing to start, but the follow through and the strictness on yourself is when you're going to see the results. And it's not just about being strict about your body, it's about being strict about your life. Like, it's being overweight for me is taken so much of my time. And so by being strict is actually me choosing my most fulfilled life. It's actually me choosing to be the better version and the happier version of myself. I say that all the time on this channel. That's what it is for me. And like, having a good body is just like the icing on the cake, you know? So that's what I told her. That's what I'm telling you. And that's what I'm telling me. Started to commit to myself again because I'm committing to me, my happier life, my better self, my goals that I want to achieve, and being strict and being accountable comes with it. And I believe that you can do it. If you want to better your life, I truly believe that you can do it. I've done it. Plenty of people have done it, and there's no reason why you can't do it. So I hope that this helped you. I'm gonna end this here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.